going to be making magic mud for our science experiment, and we're doing this project to see if the different amounts of water in cornstarch will affect the consistency. What you need for this part of the experiment is 8 ounces of water and 4 ounces of cornstarch. Start by pouring the water into the cornstarch and mixing it. Just keep mixing it thoroughly with your hand. When you're done mixing, this is what it'll look like, and it still looks like liquid now, but it has a slimier feel to it. It'll be really watery, and that's because we had double the water than the cornstarch, and the more cornstarch you add, the thicker it'll be. Second part of the experiment, we have 8 ounces of cornstarch and 4 ounces of water. First, you're going to pour the water in the cornstarch just like you did before and mix it again. The more you stir, the harder it feels and it breaks apart in like little chunks like this. This part of the experiment, we're going to take the cornstarch and water that we had before and add 4 more ounces of water. That way there's 8 ounces of cornstarch and 8 ounces of water, and see how that turns out. Do the same thing you did before and pour in the water and mix it again. That if you add 8 ounces of each one, it's still too watery. So what we're going to do is we're going to leave it sitting out, and the cornstarch is more dense than the water, so it's going to sink to the bottom, and the water is going to be on top. See how there's different colors, how the top is lighter? That's the water going to the top. And after waiting for a while, the bottom should end up being really squishy. After about 3 hours of waiting, all of the cornstarch sank to the bottom of the cup and all of the water was at the top. So we just poured that out, and I added some pink lemonade mix that was powder, and it gave it this pink color, this light pink color. And if you decide to do something like that, barely put any in it or it might mess with the texture, because now when you stab it, it acts sort of like a solid and it's kind of squishy, but if you barely touch it, it's like a liquid. So that's our magic mud.